Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a episode halfway season 1 review of the Stargirl TV series so far. Now, for those of you who don't know and are just clicking on this video, I've done an episode by episode Easter egg count for all 8 episodes of Stargirl. Currently, I think 9th episode is out, but I'm sort of got a bit of backlog for videos I'm trying to edit, so go and check out my Easter eggs on that. And today we're basically going to be exploring my thoughts on the show so far and points I don't really get to touch on in my Easter egg videos. So strap in, check out my other videos, and before we start, I'd like to tell you that I have an Instagram account called jloz.dc. The link will be in the description, and it's also in my channel, my actual channel, in the little links in the top right. On my Instagram, basically, I post a daily fact. So, on the day I'm filming this, my fact was on Tim Drake. Previously, I've had facts on the Phantom Stranger, Deathstroke, Shazam, every single character that you'd like to hear a fact on, I probably got, and if I don't, make sure you comment on my latest post and I will definitely get a fact done just for you. So go and subscribe, go and follow that on Instagram. It's pretty cool just to have running in the background every day. You see a fact about a character you either did know or didn't know. So come and check that out. Without further ado, we will get into the video. Okay, so this sort of video isn't going to have much clips or anything like that. It's sort of just going to be like a big collection of my thoughts, and there'll probably be a few timestamps to what I'm talking about. Really, just giving pretty fledged opinions on the show, what I think so far. So the first point I'm going to make is that they've really done the ISA well. They've really done it well. Literally every single character, barring Sportsmaster, Dragon King, Tigress, have really never been done before this well. Sportsmaster was good in Young Justice, Tigress was Artemis, and then her mum. They're sort of mixed up, but they were still there. And Dragon King's just a really cool character to begin with in regards to his mystery and all that stuff. But characters like Icicle, Brainwave, like I'll put a photo up on the screen. Brainwave looks weird in the comics, so I was actually really surprised. Wasn't really surprised, but happy that they didn't make him this big egg-headed glasses-wearing person. And they've sort of edited the characters to fit in with their the story. So characters like Icicle, I'm pretty sure Icicle, the Jordan McKent, they changed his name to Jordan. I'm pretty sure he didn't have powers. I'm pretty sure he didn't, yeah. I'm pretty sure he only had a gun, and his son had the ice powers. But anyway, if he did, that's fine. But they've made him this really cool character, and they've made them all really cool. I'm really sad that he's gone, but the one I really liked was the Wizard, Councilman Zarek, Will Zarek. I just thought he was such a cool character. Like, he was, a former villain. He killed, I don't know who, he killed a few members of the ISA, I'm guessing. And then he's like this big politician, a councilman. And he's what would you call it? He's conflicted as to whether what he's doing is the right thing, and whether he wants to ditch all the villainy to become a family man, like a father or something like that. So I really like the concept of that character and that confliction between his morals. And then they killed him off. And they even killed his son. And they killed his wife. The ISA is ruthless. Most of these killings are to demonstrate the ruthlessness of the ISA and what they'll do to achieve their big main goal, which is Project New America, which we are still none the wiser to what it involves. Maybe there's some sort of comic comparison that I haven't read. I still haven't read Stars and Stripes, and I probably won't. In Australia, we don't have many comic book stores, so I have to get them all online. Yeah, so I really like the concept of the ISA. I like Brainwave. I really liked Brainwave. I really like Brainwave. I think his character is pretty cool. He's cool. Like, his comic comparison looks crap, in my opinion. But in this, I actually really hope he wakes up. It seems that Henry's sort of starting to become wiser to his dad's antics, and maybe they'll have like a bit of a standoff, or maybe they'll even join forces. We don't know what way they're going to take with Brainwave Jr. He seems very flustered at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with Brainwave Jr., but I hope Brainwave wakes up. If he just dies, which probably won't happen, that'd be stupid. So, yeah, no, I like Brainwave. I love Icicle. I love most things about Icicle. I just think he's a really cool, calm, collected, chilling villain. Oh, no pun intended there. I think I really like him as the main villain. My main fear is that they're going to get rid of the ISA too quickly. And I made this point before, and I'm going to fledge it out a bit more. If Sandman, Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Johnny Thunder and his Thunderbolt, all of these people couldn't take out the ISA, I don't believe that Courtney and Rick, Tyler, not Jenny Williams, Beth and Yolanda, I just don't think they can do it. There's still plenty more episodes to go. The Shining Knight might join forces. Basically, with what the information we've got at the moment, we can sort of predict that by the climax of the season, in the fight against the ISA to prevent Project New America from happening, which, again, we don't know what is, the JSA, the new JSA, will be made up of Courtney, Stargirl, Pat, which is Stripe, Rick Tyler, Hourman, Beth as Dr. Midnight, Yolanda as Wildcat, the Shining Knight, possibly, and Johnny Thunder, so either Jenny Williams or Jakeem Williams. So we don't know whether they're related or not, but they've both been name dropped. And I saw from another video someone talking that Mike Dugan's the biggest name dropper for all these. There's also a Miss Hawkins, and Miss Hawkins could possibly have some sort of relation to Sandy Hawkins, who's the new Sandman, and Sandman's probably one of my favourite members of the JSA. He just looks so cool. So if we get another Sandman, that'd be sick. That'd be really cool. But we're definitely getting another Green Lantern, and we're definitely getting another Johnny Thunder, as they're the only two more JSA relics that have been taken that we haven't seen someone get matched for yet. So I'm guessing that either we get those characters now, or they're sort of going to tease that we're going to get them in later, in like the season finale post-credit scene or something like that. Brainwave Jr. is sitting on the side there. I'm not too sure about Brainwave Jr., but basically, I really don't want the ISA to be knocked out too quickly. I just don't. I just don't want it. And I'm really. Oh, this is basically my next point. We sort of move into this. The introduction of the Shining Knight into Stargirl is very interesting. And I touched on it in my Shiv Part 1 Easter egg video, which will probably be linked somewhere. If it's not, you can just go and find it. The Shining Knight's interesting because he's got the 7 Soldiers of Victory. And now the 7 Soldiers of Victory included Stargirl and Stripe. Sort of hinted at in Justice League Unlimited when they're all in the same float in that parade. And it's also made up of Starman, I think. No, not Stargirl. It's Stripesy and the Star Spangled Kid. The other members are Green Arrow, Speedy, Vigilante, Shining Knight, and Starman. The red one. I forget Jack. He's one of the knights. I don't know. I don't even care about him, to be honest. What I am interested in is Vigilante. Now, Vigilante is one of my favourite characters from DC. Don't ask me why, I just really like him. Greg Saunders. So I'd really like to, not the stupid one from Arrow, by the way, from Green Arrow, the actual Vigilante. Now this could be, they could go one of two ways here. The Shining Knight could be the only one, he could be lost in time, la-di-da-di-da, all of this, and that would be it. He's just joining the new JSA. The other way they can go with this is introduce the Seven Soldiers of Victory. Now, Episode 9 might touch on this. Episode 8 certainly didn't, so I think they might be leaving it to the episode that's actually called Shining Knight, which is coming up. They've released all the titles for all the episodes, so basically we can sort of gather that the Shining Knight will be explored in, obviously, his own titled episode. So the way that this can go is they can introduce the Seven Soldiers of Victory, and the Shining Knight could be a spy for them, who's got their own little base somewhere. And who knows, we might have seen Greg Saunders, we might have seen Green Arrow. I'm quite 100% sure that they won't include Green Arrow and Speedy. I just think DC has a thing where conflicting TV shows and movies coming out, they sort of don't want characters being used. Seeing as Arrow's finished, but yeah, you never know. But Vigilante is certainly someone who can either come in now or in later seasons, and it would explain how the Shining Knight could be like, there is Stripesy. So, I think we can expect, to see either a fully fledged out backstory to the Shining Knight, or a fully fledged backstory to the Seven Soldiers of Victory. And I think that's probably not like an outlandish theory. Now, my next thing, I'm just going to talk about characters. Now, I'm a big fan of characters and casting and all that. The casting for this movie is perfect. I don't think anyone's... The thing is, none of these people have been done before, really, in live action, so you can't really comment on the acting, because you haven't really got a comparison. I think the casting's really good. Basically, I like the family. I think Barbara's a really good mum. I think she's a great mother figure. Great actor. I think she's good. Crusher, Sportsmaster, Larry Croc, or whatever his bloody name is. He's so funny. Bloody getting Pat to join his gym and stealing all the food off him and calling him big guy and stuff. I just think that's great. And it sort of changes the dynamic of Sportsmaster from this dark, brooding, always for the hunts type of bloke we see in Young Justice with the crackly voice. But this guy's like an upbeat sports dad who like wants to see nothing but victories from his child, Artemis. That's an interesting point. I have a feeling Artemis isn't going to do it. Paula, Tigress, is really in the business of getting the kids involved. So we might see an Artemis. I don't know. I really don't know whether we're gonna see an Artemis or a Tigress in the way of Artemis Croc. Young Justice is certainly getting another season. If it's not, I'll be livid. I love Young Justice. I just think there'd be conflicting characters, and as mentioned before, the DC is really not in the business of having different versions of characters at the same time. And Stargirl's been renewed for a second season, so I think they might have to put their plans for Artemis in the backlog, or create a completely new character out of her. Maybe she'll just turn into Huntress. See, that's the thing, we never know. But yes, no, I think Crusher's a great character. I think that's great. Sportsmaster, he's cool. Bragging about smacking our man with 3 baseballs. It's just great. He's a great character. And they're really good with making... See, the thing is, the humour in this show is good. Which is what a bunch of DC movies fail at, giving good humour. This show's great. This is one of my favourite DC shows of all time. And we haven't even finished the first season. The next character I want to touch on is Pat. Now, they did Pat so well in this series. This is one of He's one of my favourite DC characters already. I just think he's so genuine. Trying to keep his family safe, trying to control Courtney. He's just a really genuine, nice dad. Nice person. I think he's just a genuine good person, old Pat. So, no, I really like the actor of Pat. I think he does a great job. I really don't care whether Pat has orange hair or brown hair. Probably looks better with brown hair, to be honest. So I love Pat. Now I'll touch on Courtney. Obviously, she's the main character. I think she is so annoying whenever she mentions, yeah, he killed my dad. Look, whether Starman is or isn't her dad, I don't care. I just want her to shut up. Oh, yeah, he killed my dad. And that little training montage they were supposed to have, where Stargirl just goes and destroys all the things and didn't leave anyone for anyone else. That is so annoying. And kids like that, they suck. So, at the moment, I am disliking Courtney. I love Stargirl, but I don't like Courtney. They're sort of. I don't think they're writing her well because she's in the middle of being really bad, really mean person and all this. Not mean, spoiled like a brat. And then she's like this nice person who's like trying to recruit all these people. She's sort of got two personalities. I think they're sort of trying to show her growth as a character, but at the moment she is still annoying. Maybe after Shiv Part 1, she's sort of going to settle down because, gee whiz. That was getting a bit out of hand, honestly. But anyway, I'll stop talking about Courtney. Now, my all-time favourite character in this series, hands down, is Mike Dugan. He is such a good character. He is so good. I literally just watch this show and hope Mike's going to be in it. Like, he's funny, he's genuine, and he's just a good kid. Like, that little, all the jokes he has, like, and he has his dad's accent, he does all this stupid stuff, he's just great. And, having to get a paper out, he's just a good kid. And then, you see, because it's true, Courtney's literally, like, taking his only dad away from him. And, he really doesn't even know the truth. And he trusts his dad. And yeah, it's true. Courtney is literally taking his only dad. I have no idea what happened to his mother. And, him and Barbara's relationship's really nice. It's very heartwarming. I just love Mike. He's funny, he's honest, and, Courtney and his relationship's getting better, which is really good. I like their relationship. So Mike's my favourite character. Now, my only criticism with this show so far is a really minor criticism, and it comes right at the very start. This show sort of did a really bad job in giving the original ISA its time to shine. We didn't see Green Lantern. We didn't see Sandman. We didn't see the Flash, Hawkman, Hawkgirl fighting. We didn't see Johnny Thunder and his Thunderbolt. We only saw the main characters. We only saw Starman. We only saw Hourman. We only saw Dr. Midnight. And we only saw Wildcat. We barely even saw Wildcat and Dr. Midnight. We only really saw Hourman. But Dr. Midnight doesn't have powers, and so doesn't Wildcat, so they'd probably just be punching. But all the cool characters, like Sandman's dead. Like, I don't get how characters like like Brainwave and the Gambler and the Wizard and all these people could take down Green Lantern. Like, if they smack him with some wood, yeah, that's fine. The Flash, like, it's just, oh my god. I just don't want, don't get me started on Dr. Fate. How can they kill Dr. Fate? Literally, every time Stargirl's like, ask your questions, like on Instagram, ask your questions to the ISA, or ask your questions about stuff, I always put, how did Dr. Fate die and who killed him? Who did? You can't kill Dr. Fate. Darkseid couldn't kill Dr. Fate. Honestly, he couldn't. If he tried, he couldn't. And yet, characters like Brainwave, Solomon Grundy managed to murder him. Like Pat said, Dr. Fate, the Flash, they're all dead. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, Dr. Fate escaped or something like Hourman did. No, it wasn't like that. The ISA was outnumbered, outgunned, and they still managed to kill them, which I have no idea how. Hopefully they explore that. It's gonna the new Dr. Fate's probably gonna be that kid who can like act outside the helmet, because like he's of that age group, and that's even if they get a Dr. Fate, because he'll have to be a severely dumbed down in regards to power to fit in with like all the other powers. But the new JSA is good. I admire the way they're putting it together. I love the show. So yeah, they're basically my main thoughts so far, to be honest. It's sort of still building. We're sort of still getting new characters. We're sort of getting origins for Shiv. We're getting origins for bloody... Look, it seems that Barbara and Mike are going to start to get into the nose about this soon. And if they don't, I don't care. I'd like to see... Basically, my main takeaway is I want to see a new Green Lantern. I want to see how Green Lantern died. And I want to see how Dr. Fate died. I want to see a new Dr. Fate. The thing is with all these characters, they probably can't get some of them. I can't get the Flash. I can't get Dr. Fate. Because they're just too overpowered. They're just too overpowered. It seems that Jenny's going to become, whatchamacallit, Johnny Thunder, Jakeem Thunder. She's recently broken up with, Shiv, and that's probably going to be the start of her journey to become one of the new members of the JSA. They're probably going to go for the safe options. They're probably just going to sit down and be like, okay, who hates Shiv? Let's recruit them. So yeah, Jenny'd probably be at the top of that list. Hopefully we get good Green Lanterns. I really like the old JSA, so it's going to be hard for me to adjust to the new JSA. But apart from that, I'm loving this show, and I can't wait to see the new episodes that are coming out. Brainwave, Shining Knight, Stars and Stripes, all those. I just can't wait. So, make sure you like and subscribe. Have a look at my latest videos, which will be in the end card. Subscribe to ICSeal25 and Glider Guy. They'll be in the description. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.